successes and their tragedies, which continued even after they parted. One of the Fab Four who's taken a fairly low profile is George Harrison, but he spends quite a bit of time here in Australia. He finds it an enjoyable place to have a holiday. He was here earlier this week for the Grand Prix, and while here, he agreed to have a chat with me. Well, George, what about we start off on a serious note, perhaps a couple of songs from you just to get things rolling?
Right, what would you like? Yeah.
Well, any of those.
Can you think of anything?
Well, did you have any real hits?
Not really, they were just sort of minor, bubbling under sort of jobs.
One-hit wonders and all that? Yeah. Do you ever, you know, they were...
We just had a hit in America.
Did you?
Top 20, Twist and Shout.
What, the remix of it?
No, it's the same old mix.
Yeah?
Yeah, because they've got it in 2 movies now. One film called Twist and Shout, another one called Ferris, Bueller's Day Off.
All right.
So that's the big thing in America, that all the kids are phoning in saying, when's this new band going to go on the road?
Really? Mm. What about these ever-persistent rumours about the Beatles getting back together? Any chance of that?
Well, this is, you know, as you may remember, there's only 3 of them left now. And, you know, then's then and now's now, you know, really. It's best left as it was, with all those nice memories, and the records are there. You know, you don't want to see 3 old men hobbling around a stage pretending to be the Fab Four.
Right. Yeah. What do you remember most about those days?
All the money that was stolen from us.
Really?
By publishers and managers and things. No, not really. Not really. Just remember lots of crowds screaming all the time. Yeah. Have
you seen Paul McCartney recently?
Yeah, I saw him last month.
Yeah. Because if you go by the reports, it's Paul that is pushing to get you all back together. Is that right?
No, he's not. No? He's not trying to... I don't think so. There was that one occasion when they had the Live Aid, and I think somebody had a good idea or a bad idea of trying to get us together, and then somebody said Julian Lennon was going to be with us, but that was just a rumour. I'm going to do an album next year, which I haven't done an album for a couple of years, so but I haven't told Ringo yet, but he's going to play on it.
Right.
And I think he needs to do that. He needs to play anyway, you know, because he gets a bit you know, bored just not doing anything. Right. So I haven't told him yet because I only decided last week to do it.
Right.
But I saw Paul recently and he was in good shape. I think he's mellowed out a lot more than he had in the past.
Yeah. Well, seeing you got yourself and Ringo getting together, wouldn't it be a good idea just to get Paul over just for a couple of numbers? And
then it becomes like a big trip, you know. If it's never going to be the Beatles anyway.
Yeah.
And
you've got your foot caught on the cord.
It makes you know, I don't think you should make a big issue out of it.
I asked you earlier before we came on camera about had you seen Crocodile Dundee? You haven't seen it as yet, and you mentioned seeing Paul Hogan at a
I saw him trying to get a tan at the the Bueller hotel.
But it surprises me that George Harrison was a bit too shy to go and intrude on Paul Hogan.
Well, you know, I don't really think of myself as... I do now, at this moment, like being on the TV and talking to you, I realise that, you know, I'm still sort of well-known and famous or whatever, but in the normal day-to-day life I lead, I don't go around thinking I'm a famous person, so when I see somebody like him, I've seen him on the telly all the time with his amber nectar, and... you know, I don't really want to go around bothering people because I remember what it was like as the Beatles, you know. Hello, lads, you don't know me, but my grandmother met you in Birmingham once, you know, all that sort of stuff. So I just let him have his day off. Right. Although he's probably hoping somebody would recognise him, I don't know. Well, she's a sort of space cadet missionary. And they're supposedly looking for some opium. I mean, aren't we all?
I thought you'd shaken that image.
Yeah, it's just a joke.
George Harrison, really nice guy. More from